Hello and welcome to another IELTS speaking practice video by Johnny IELTS. So today, class IELTS 43, yes, Mr. Trio and Miss Brooke is here, and they will be doing their regular speaking practice. So let's start with part one, class. Are you ready?
Yes, ready.
Yes. Okay, let's talk about neighbor for part one. So, Miss Brooke, do you know your neighbor? Know here means do you understand? Do you know what they do? Do you understand how they um like what kind of people they are, you know? So, Miss Brooke, do you know
Oh,
your neighbors?
I know some neighbors that live
Hmm.
in my house,
You mean
just
in your house?
near my house.
Oh, so you mean your family rent out rooms so people will come in?
No, near.
Ah, near, I see.
Yes, near
Okay.
near my house. Because my mother usually talk with them,
Talk to them, talk with
either
them, yeah.
talk to them in the morning when we go out for school and
Okay, so nó nghe nó nhỏ là
work.
gì? Why is it getting like very tiny? Okay, let's try again. Mr. What do you say? So, what about your mom? What about your mother? Sorry.
Hello, hello.
Okay, it's clear
Again.
now. Okay, please, once again, let's try again.
Yes.
So, do you know your neighbors well?
Yes, yes, I think that I know my neighbors quite well, uh,
Mm,
because thanks to my mother, she's usually talk to them and
you them and
yes, and she's tell me something about them, who were who is uh how many people in their house and what they do for earning for
what they do for a
live
living.
for living.
Hmm.
Yes,
It's important to know what they do for a living. You
yes,
don't
and
want to live next to like people who do shady business. You don't want to live next to like people who do illegal things. Okay,
as
so
uh,
yes, what else?
as my neighbors seem to quite good
Seems to
and
be quite well. Seems to be quite nice, you mean?
quite nice and kind and nice.
I
Nice.
see.
They usually help my mother with some things such as um, receive my mother and sister package, which she's buy online.
Mm, I
And
see.
I yes, and I think that they are very helpful and kind to do that from my family.
Mm. I
You
think
know
you have very
many
kind neighbors to do that for you. Yeah.
yes, you know many people nowadays uh don't like to have others and they just live in their house
Mm-hmm.
and and prevent to communicate too much. Maybe they feel insecurity, insecure,
You mean they feel guilty or what?
uh, un,
You mean insecure, right?
insecure.
They can feel insecure. Insecure, insecure, insecure. Họ không cảm thấy không an toàn. So sometimes they can feel insecure. Yes. So, Mr. Trill, what do you know? Do you know your neighbors?
Um, I live in a small corner where there are three houses. So I meet my
There are three
neighbors.
houses in a corner where there are three houses, right?
Yeah, and I meet my neighbor every day, so I know them and we have a close relationship.
Mm, I see. That's a great thing to know that you understand, you know your neighbors well. So, Mr. Trill, do you often talk and maybe hang out with them?
Uh, as I mentioned, we meet every day, so we always say greeting to each other.
We also say
As
hi. We
yeah,
always say
yeah,
hi to each other.
yeah. Every morning when I go to work and open the door and I see them say goodbye and go to work, sometimes I ask them to do me a favor, like buy something for me when they go to the market, or when I am in business trip, I mm, ask them to help me to look after my houses when I'm not available.
I see. I see. All right. So, Mr. What do you think of your neighbors?
Oh, I think my neighbors are are quite good and kind,
I
and
are quite good and
kind
kind.
are quite good and kind. They usually have my family. I think that it's better to respect and have
Respect,
another's
the
respect,
respect and help others.
respect and have others.
Mm-hmm.
Giving away is little, a little doesn't cause any loss.
Mm-hmm. Giving a
There
little
will,
doesn't cause any loss. Yeah.
yes, there will be uh, times when we need help too.
Mm-hmm. There will be
So
time when
we,
we need their help, you know.
yes, so uh, make, make friends and maintain a good connection with our neighbors
Mm-hmm.
is a good way to help
To help
to help
ourselves.
ourselves.
It's a good way to help ourselves as well. Right. So, how do you get along well with your neighbors, Miss Trúc?
Oh,
You know,
I
sometimes
think
neighbor can be very loud and they sing karaoke a lot at weird hours, you know, and it's very annoying. So, how do you get along well with your neighbors? It's never an easy
yes,
task, you know.
to get along well with your neighbors is not too hard, but you need to notice some thing to keep a good connection with them.
Mhm,
I think that first you need to keep noise level down,
mhm,
avoid making loud noises,
mhm,
especially during early mornings and late at night,
mhm,
because because ourselves don't like it at all.
mhm.
So we need to
Because we ourselves, we don't like it at all.
ourselves. Yes, we don't like it at all, and we need to do that for others.
Mhm. I agree. So, Mr. Chill, how do you get along well with your neighbors?
Uh, we live in the same area, so we often meet together, and my neighbors
I mean, we
support
often meet each
each
other.
other, yeah, each other, and my neighbors support me a lot when I'm going out for business trip, or they can help me to receive things from shipper when I'm
You
not at
mean
home.
delivery man from the delivery
Yeah,
man?
yeah, for delivery man. Uh,
Delivery from the delivery man.
yeah.
We don't use the
Sometime,
word shipper in
yeah,
English. Only in Vietnam that people use the word shipper, you know. But in English, it's delivery man, okay?
delivery man. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, Sometimes they help me to water the plants in
Ah, they
front of
do.
my house. Yeah, and they also notice me when there is someone strange come to my house.
When there's someone strange coming to my home or my house, I
Mm,
say.
yeah.
I see. Okay, good. So, Mr. Do you think it's important to have a good relationship with neighbors? Because sometimes it's impossible, if you live next to neighbors who make a lot of noise.
Yes, I totally agree that it's important to have a good connection with our neighbors
Mhm.
because having a good neighbors can help us increase a source of help in emergencies,
Mhm.
such as powering a tool, looking after our house. When we go far away, we
Mhm.
are away, or
I
they can and they can give us immediate assistance during unwanted situation.
Yes.
Neighbors can help us look for to look after each other that can prevent uh, thieves re- mm,
Hello?
sus- suspicious suspicious activity and
Suspicious.
create suspicious activity and creates safety environment
Suspicious.
around us.
Suspicious
Suspicious.
activity. Khả nghi. Cái chữ khả nghi, hoạt động khả nghi. Suspicious activities, yeah. You know, they say that in Vietnam, your neighbors know much more than you do. You know, nó gọi là camera chạy bằng cơm mà. In Vietnam, your neighbor knows much more than even the police.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
So you should be nice to them. You should be very nice to them. Have a good relationship with them.
Yes. They know everything
They
and they
know
can
everything.
talk to you about what you don't even know.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Anyway, so Mr. True, do you think it's important to have a good relationship with your neighbors?
Yeah, I think it's very important to have a good connection with your neighbor. They are living close to you, so they can know your situation and can support you when you are in need. Also, you can have some party with them on special occasion like
Yeah.
Christmas or New Year. Yeah, and when they understand you well, they can share you a lot of necessary thing, and maybe they can bring a good relationship to you and introduce you to other good opportunity.
Other good opportunities, yes. Exactly. If your neighbor
Yeah,
like you, they will introduce you
yeah,
to good opportunities. I agree. And they
yeah,
can help you a
yes,
lot if they like you.
yes.
Right. Okay. So let's go to part two now. So neighbors, it's done. Okay, let's try topic. Hmm. 132 then. It's a difficult one. Describe a field of study that you feel interested in. Miêu tả một cái ngành học mà bạn cảm thấy hứng thú. You should say how you knew about a field of study. What will be taught? Người ta sẽ dạy cái điều gì? Why you feel interested in it and what you will do after graduation. Tốt nghiệp xong làm gì từ ngành đó. And then
Yeah.
top three. How do people usually choose their fields of study? Like think about the fact that people they have neighbors, they have relatives, or they have friends, or they just know about these jobs online, or they just heard a lot of things from people, and those are the things that can influence their choice when they choose their field of study. And also think about, um, of course, the work environment. Work environment is super important, and the chances of promotion. Cơ hội thăng tiến quan trọng cực kỳ luôn á. Like people look at that when they choose a job, and of course, compensation or salary. It's super important as well. And also think about the stress level when it's just the same when you choose a job. When choosing the field of study, people have to think about the job they're going to do afterwards. Chọn ngành học đương nhiên phải nghĩ đến công việc mình sẽ làm gì sau đó nữa. So these things apply. The same thing applies, những cái này nó cũng apply y chang luôn. Giống như lúc mà đi tìm việc rồi đó. But the question asks how. So does people choose their field of study through their friends, or through the internet, or through what? Talking to other people or something like that? And then what factors do people need to consider before choosing their field of study? Like what factors? Like how many years it take to graduate, or the requirements for for studying that. Một số cái ngành học nó bắt buộc có requirement rất là ghê nha. The requirements for the job, for the field of study sometimes can be really, really strict. Okay. And then do you think do you think it's important for people to study something they are passionate about, and why? Is passion something super important? Cái sự đam mê có quan trọng mức vậy không? Để người ta phải học những cái mà họ đam mê thôi. So how can studying a particular field help someone in their future career? Like, for example, of course, you don't have to do what you were trained for. Đương nhiên mình không phải làm đúng cái nghề mà mình được train. It's not compulsory to do that, of course. In fact, a lot of people, they do jobs that is absolutely not related to their field of study. It is a normal thing in this changing world. Trong cái thế giới đang thay đổi hiện nay thì chuyện con người ta làm trái ngành so với ngành được huấn luyện là một chuyện rất bình thường, không có gì đó. Okay, but the question focus on how studying a particular field help someone in their future career. Let's say that if you were trained as an accountant, okay, but there are a lot of jobs that is not really related to your field of study, but you will need that skill. That skill will come in handy somehow. Like the skill you learned will come in handy somehow. Những cái kỹ năng mình học á, nó sẽ come in handy, nó sẽ hữu ích một cách nào đó. Will come in handy somehow. So you have to discuss that. Give some examples as well. Now, how do educational institutions support students in exploring different fields of study? Làm thế nào những cái nơi mà học hành á, educational institution mean college, university, academies, học viện, đại học hay gì đó, thì họ ủng hộ, họ giúp đỡ sinh viên, học sinh thế nào trong chuyện mà khám phá những cái ngành học khác nhau? How do they help students to do that? They can organize what's it called? Career counseling day. Những ngày mà gọi là hướng nghiệp á, career counseling day. Họ có thể tổ chức những ngày hội hướng nghiệp, career counseling day, or they can organize tours to factories and to visit workers in different fields, for example. Cho đi thăm những cái những xí nghiệp và viếng thăm những người lao động ở nhiều cái ngành khác nhau chẳng hạn. Like this thing can help somehow. Okay. And are there any field of study that you think are more important in today's world and why? Có bất kỳ ngành học nào bạn nghĩ là nó quan trọng hơn trong thế giới ngày nay không? Tại sao? Just think about the fact that AI, artificial intelligence, is taking over the world now. So think about a lot of field of study would disappear because AI will help us do those jobs. Cái trí tuệ nhân tạo nó sẽ có thể là nó thay thế rất là nhiều cái người làm ở những ngành nghề khác nhau luôn, cho nên phải nghĩ chuyện đó. You need to think about those field of study, but I'm sure you guys are aware of that. Now, let's think about this one for a moment. Okay, Ms. Trúc, please, can you describe a field of study that you feel interested in? That's right.
Is a field that I found very interesting lately as a result of watching a lot of dramas, say, psychology,
Psychology, like drama psychology,
psychology.
things like that.
Yeah, at first glance, it seemed like a hard field
Mhm.
because it analyzes human psychology, something uh, difficult to grasp and understand. In my opinion, uh, this field teaches students how to observe human behaviors
Mhm.
and make psychological assessments based on their observations,
Mhm.
with which I find both fascinating and inspiring.
Fascinating and inspiring. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, you know, understanding others' behaviors allow us to achieve more effective communication and helps many people struggling with mental health issues.
Issues is that why you
Issues.
feel interested in it? Is that why you feel interested in it?
Yes,
Yeah, exactly. And what will you do after graduation? Please focus on what you should say.
I think the careers prospects for this field after graduation are very promising. People could open a
Very promising.
private clinic.
Clinic can open
Clinic.
private clinic.
People can open a private clinic or work in a hospital.
Mhm.
In currently in current world with so much pressures in life, people are tackling are tackling with numerous health problems, uh, mental health problems, and making this work become more necessary.
Okay, become necessary, you mean?
Yes, become necessary.
Okay, good. It's enough. Thank you. So, did you talk about what you would do after graduation? Nói chung là Trúc hay bị cái tật nói quá nhiều vào cái part 2 á. So, what will you do after graduation? Let's focus on that now.
Uh, and I say people could open a private clinic
Okay,
work
have
in
it
a
next.
hospital.
Exactly.
In because many people have to tackling with mental health problem. So this make this work become more necessary.
Necessary. All right. Okay, so Mr. Trill, please describe a field of study that you feel interested in, please. Bật mic Trill ơi, your microphone's on, please.
Sorry. Okay. I would talk about the law field, which I had
The field of
studied.
law, right? The legal
Yeah,
field.
yeah, which I had studied when I were a student in university. Um, I knew this major uh, when I watched a famous film when I was a small boy, and at that time
Was a
I
small
dreamed.
boy when I was a small boy,
Yeah,
but
small
when I
boy,
was a small child or a small
a
boy,
small child, and I wanted to be
child, a small child.
child.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, I wanted to be a lawyer.
Mm.
Mm, when I was choosing the law field, I had opportunity to study about many kinds of law around the world
The
and Vietnam,
world, around the
the
world.
world, the
Out,
world,
the
the
world,
world,
around the world.
around the world, and Vietnamese law as well. Mm, I also studied about some regulation with using in our relative. mm, the program give us opportunities to practice logical thinking and soft skills. Especially, I study about negotiation and presentation skills to have a debate skills.
Mhm. Debating skills is
Yeah.
important. And what will you do
Uh,
at graduation?
Yeah. After studying law, there are various careers for you to choose.
Mm,
Uh, you can be a lawyer.
right.
Obviously, besides, you can be internal legal to advise.
You mean an internal legal
Yeah,
advisor?
yeah, advisor. Um, you can also work in other fields like human resource, SIM, and some of my friends choose to be a journalist in legal.
Okay, they can do journalism or
Yeah,
journalist.
and some choose to work in public departments for the government.
Mhm. I see. I see. Now, okay, so how do people usually choose their field of study, Miss Ru?
From in my opinion, people often choose their field of study based on uh, resources. I mean, about s- ability, financial resource, and
Resources, you
physical
mean?
resources, and physical capacity. Capacity with passions often coming last. It's unfortunate, but this is a common reality. First, people need to understand their abilities to help them choose a suitable field. For example, people cannot aim to become a scientist if they are not strong in related subjects. And
Mhm.
it's difficult to pursue art if their family lack the financial to support it. And they cannot become athletes if their health is not good at all, or they have health problems. I think so. They need to careful and
You need to be careful.
need to be careful when they choose their fields to study.
All right. Okay. So, Mr. Trio, let's say what factors do people need to consider before choosing their field of study?
Yeah, when choosing a field to study, um, people will consider a lot of questions, such as uh, their characteristic is suitable with the major or not. Um,
You
will
mean,
they?
is there, like the personality,
Yeah,
do
the
they
personality.
clash? Is the
Yeah,
personality or compatibility?
yeah, uh,
Compatibility, độ tương hợp.
yeah.
Think
Compat.
about compatibility between them and people.
Yes.
Also,
Uh,
yeah.
will they have a potential job after graduation?
Mm,
Uh, or will the job they choose bring them a high salary, or the reputation of the university? Mm, an important question is the popularity of the major. Is it hot? For example, when I
for
chose my
example,
major,
when you
yeah,
chose your
yeah,
major, yes.
yeah, I looked around and I found that most of my friends choose business administrations or financial, or
So you decided
yeah,
to do something completely opposite, right?
yeah. uh, so they choose the major, the field only by the name of the field.
And as a result, did they have to choose it again after some times or something?
Some people feel regret when
They
choosing.
regretted their decision.
Yeah, yeah, regret for their decision,
No, no,
and
no.
they have to
Regret
start over.
for nha. To
Yeah,
regret something. Some people they
regret.
regretted their decisions. So
Yeah,
some people regretted. Some people they regretted their decision.
yeah.
And
Have to start over.
they have to start over again. Starting over is not an easy thing
Yeah,
because you have to relearn everything. And it's not easy because people always feel like you are losing compared to your
yeah,
friends. Người ta luôn cảm thấy mình thất bại, failure,
yeah.
nếu so sánh với
And
bạn
you,
bè. And
yeah,
it's difficult to start over. All right.
yes.
So, Mr. What factors do people need to consider before choosing their field of study? What do you think?
Before choosing a field of study, people should carefully consider several factors, such as personal passions, what field they genuinely enjoy, and this could be a good.
Okay, nó nhỏ quá vậy. Why is it
Mhm.
becoming like okay? Em lại bị cái vụ mà cái microphone nó nhỏ. Á. Okay, let's try once again.
Yes, yes, yes. Before choosing a field of study, people should carefully consider several factors. For example, personal passions. What field that people genuinely enjoy, and that can make them feel excited about their future
Career.
career, career. Their strengths and skills, uh, what they are good at, and their natural talents, or something that them feel they feel themselves uh, excel than others. This can boost their strength and help them to develop their future careers, their future
Careers,
prospects,
their
their
future
future,
prospects, future
their
prospects.
future prospects. Um, and of course, ob objective um, factors are also very important, such
Okay.
as career opportunities,
Career
uh,
opportunities.
career opportunities, what field that our societies need now, the potential job prospects in this field. Many
Prospect.
faster people should consider
Prospect. Prospect.
prospect.
Triển vọng. Prospect. Career prospect. Okay, just be careful with how you pronounce it, okay? Prospect.
Career prospects.
Prospect.
Prospect.
Em vẫn bị cái vụ e á. Spect. Mở rộng miệng. Ec. Prospect.
Prospect.
Okay, good. All right. So, Miss Stroke, do you think it's important for people to study something they're passionate about and why? Is it an absolute must? Có phải là một cái điều bắt buộc phải có không?
Oh,
Is it a must?
hmm. For me, it's quite important to study what they are passionate about. Of course, it will help people to help people in their motivation and engagement. Passions plays as fuels, making people more to
Motivated.
motivated to dive deep into their studies.
Mm. To dive deep into their study. Very good. To dive deep into their study. Để mà ngụp lặn vào chuyện học của họ. Well, that's a great way to say, you know. Very good. Ngụp lặn vào cái chuyện học của họ. To dive deep into their study. Very good. So,
As
what else then?
yes, but of course, for me, besides passionate, people need to be
Passion. Aside from
needs
passion.
to be more disciplined
Mhm.
because there are sayings that discipline will take people to place where motivation can't. It
Not
mean just passions is not enough.
discipline.
People need to be
They need to have discipline. Phải có kỷ luật nữa. They need discipline, and discipline will take them to places where passion will not, or where motivation will not. Exactly, I agree with that. So, Mr. Trio, how important do you think? Okay, do you think it's important for people to study something they are passionate about? Is it a must? Có bắt buộc là phải có
Yes.
passion đó.
Is it not a must to follow the major that you are passionate about? But if you have a passionation in
If you
what
have
you study,
passion.
yeah, yeah,
If you
passion
have
in what you
passion,
study, yeah, you have some advances than your classmates.
then your
Uh,
classmates.
yeah, at that time you are easy to learn what you like, and you can push yourself to do your best,
Push
and you will
yourself.
give,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and you can develop what you learn with your past effort.
With your best effort.
Yeah,
Ba.
yeah,
Best effort.
best
Ba.
best effort,
Best. Mở rộng miệng ra. Banh miệng ra. Best.
best
Đúng rồi, chính xác.
best
Best effort.
best effort.
Yes.
And once you have passion with what you study, you will not pay a lot of energy and time to study.
Okay. And so, Ms. Brooke, how can studying a particular field help someone in their future career? Like, for example, if what do you study, Miss Brooke?
Oh, my major is food technology.
Food technology, of course. Does it help you in your future career or something? Okay, let's talk about it in general. Like, how can studying a particular field help someone in their future career? And you can give some examples, but try to not use your own examples, you know. This is part three. Nhớ part three là không nên cho những ví dụ bản thân nha. Bất quá mới phải làm vậy thôi. Okay, that's right.
Uh, yes, of course, studies a particular field have people in their future career.
Career.
Career. First, studies a particular field provides them a good knowledge, a specialized knowledge and skill that's related to their future work. This understanding will help people to begin their future career better than others.
Career. I see. Well, okay. So, Mr. How do educational institutions support students in exploring different fields of study? How can schools, universities, how can academies or something help students in exploring different fields of study?
Mm,
You know, a lot of students are clueless about what they will do for the future, you know.
Educational institutions such as academy, a university will support students a lot in exploring different fields of study. Of course, because they provide students mm, in wide range of subjects.
You know, wide range of subject.
Yes, wide range of subjects. A, bro- a, a large selections of courses in different um, in different department, allowing students to explore multiple areas before choose their major because they need to study basic subjects first, and then they will learn more about their professionals.
Okay.
And these courses often cover subjects from various fields like science, social science, giving students um, a general knowledge perspective about what they will learn in the futures and what uh, will help them with their future career. And of course, when people take us in academic environment, they will receive academic uh, advisors. Advice. Advisors will help them to understand their strength, their interests, and some academic requirement, guiding them to the field and that help them with their goals.
Mhm. Right,
And
to
I
help with the
think
goals, yeah. And you
yes,
know,
and
like a lot of students, they're clueless and they have unrealistic expectations about the job market. Unrealistic expectations. Họ có những cái kỳ vọng á, nó vô lý và nó không thực tế về những cái công việc đó. Like for examples, people always think that working in the office, they will not have to work a lot. They will enjoy good salary all the time, you know? Con người ta luôn nghĩ làm văn phòng là sướng lắm, sẽ không có phải làm quá nhiều, luôn được hưởng lương tốt. You know, that is unrealistic expectations that people have, you know. And everyone has unrealistic expectations one point in their life, at one point in life, you know. Ai cũng từng có thời gọi là mơ mộng hão huyền ấy, you know, they are not realistic. So it's important for educational institutions to, how can I say, um, to bring students back to reality. Cho học sinh, sinh viên quay trở về thực tại. To bring students back to reality because they need it, you know. Okay, Mr. Trill, how do educational institutions support students in exploring different fields of study? What do you think?
Yeah, I think educational institution can have some experts in career advising to help students discover themselves by ask them some question or to give advice. Then the student can understand what they are choosing is suitable for them or not. Um, Besides, the expert can mm, give the details or the answer for necessary question that student concerned about the field they are going to choose. Um, Another thing, the educational institution will help students um, to have the information about the skills or the requirement that they should have to follow the field that they like.
They follow the fields that they like.
Yes.
Right. And also, like I said before, a lot of young students, they are clueless and unrealistic. They need to be brought back to reality. Các bạn cần phải được đem quay trở lại với thực tại. So, Mr. Trill, are there any fields of study that you think are more important in today's world and why?
Yeah. We are now in technology era, so AI is now very famous and popular, and this is one of potential field that I think more and more people will choose to study. Um, Beside AI, we are using some tools to control and to manage our business. So business analysis is another
Business
yeah,
analysis. You're
yeah,
talking about
uh,
business analysis, right?
yeah,
Business
analysis, uh
analysis,
analysis,
business analysis.
analysis,
Mhm.
analysis is also another hot major in the future.
Let's see. Hmm. So what do you think, Ms. Drup? Are there any fields of study that you think are more
Analysis.
important in today's world and why? What about studying about AI, you know?
Yeah. Uh, it, uh, artificial intelligence
Artificial,
is artificial
artificial
intelligence.
intelligence.
Artificial intelligence
Mhm.
is really attractive and interesting. Interesting. I
Interesting,
think it's
interesting.
interesting. I think because it can help people in many fields related to them. For example, um, AI can AI can place as a learning machine. They can help people in learning building because they don't feel tired or they
Because AI never feel tired
yes,
and they never talk back to you. Không bao giờ gọi là quát lại mình, không bao giờ nói lại mình. You know, they don't have, they will never have an attitude, you know, không bao giờ có thái độ này nọ.
yes, they can collect a large amount of data,
Mhm.
and I think they receive informations more carefully and better than human.
Mhm.
Thanks to AI, many apps that help people in um, language study, such as
Duolingo.
study English. Yes, some people feel very shy when they have to communicate in public.
Oh, with
So I
people. So
thought,
that's why AI can help. Yeah.
yes, AI can be a good teachers that
Mm-hmm.
they don't just people, they just correct the mistakes and
Agree.
have them in a kind way. I
In a
think
very kind
they
way. I agree. I agree. Now, correct. Okay, I think we can just end it here now. There's a lot of things today already. Okay, let's just end it here. Good practice today, class.